All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Washington Commanders. Well, I'm always gonna call them the Redskins, so you know it is what it is. Really don't care. Anybody you offended, go away. As it says in the intro, I'm not entitled. I don't care about your hurt feelings. But let's talk about the Redskins. And are they on the rise, man? Now, I know they just lost to the Philadelphia Eagles this last Thursday, which, I kind of expected. Listen, there was an outside chance Washington could have won that division. It's most likely not going to happen. It's most likely Philly's going to win that division. But I like what I see from Washington. It seems like ever since Dan Snyder's left that this organization's actually taken football seriously, that Washington looks pretty good. And, everybody knows I've been high on Jaden Daniels throughout all the draft. I said he was the second best quarterback right behind Caleb. I still stand by that. And I'm going to keep it real. Jaden Daniels, let me tell y'all something about Washington. Could we make the case that Washington is in a way better spot than the Bears are? Let's look at it. Roster-wise, it's not comparable that Washington doesn't have the roster of the Bears. Sure, fine. But head coach-wise, I'd rather have Dan Quinn over Eberflus. Say what you want. I don't think Dan Quinn's the best, per se, but he's better than Eberflus. Dan Quinn, the Cowboys defense hasn't looked the same since Dan Quinn's left. The Falcons haven't looked the same since Dan Quinn left. You guys got to realize Matt Ryan was an MVP under Dan Quinn. He went to Super Bowl with Dan Quinn. He went to the playoffs multiple times with Matt Ryan. Am I saying Dan Quinn? You can make the case Dan Quinn might be top 15, lower top 10 of coaching. I mean, looking at that division. Hold on. Time out. Whoa. I just had an epiphany right now. You can make a case Dan Quinn is the best head coach in the NFC East. Just think about it. No, Nick Sirianni is sorry. Like, let's not let this win on Thursday Night Football fool you. Nick Sirianni sucks. We can all agree to that. Nick Sirianni sucks. Mike McCarthy's garbage. We can all agree to that. And Brian Daboll is garbage. Like, Brian Daboll has, come on, bro. So you can make a case Dan Quinn is the best head coach in the NFC. A guy who's been, because Nick Sirianni's been to Super Bowl, but he's a bozo. He's not a leader. Mike McCarthy, let's be fair. Mike McCarthy got carried by Aaron Rodgers. That defense with Charles Woodson. Who else? The simple fact that he was in the NFC. He was in the NFC where everybody was injured and garbage. And what else? Oh my gosh. Brian Daboll sucks. Like, Brian Daboll's garbage. Josh Allen's doing way better than what Brian Daboll's done than without Brian Daboll. You feel me? So it is what it is. At the same time, you can make a case Dan Quinn is the best coach in that division. And Jaden Daniels, obviously, probably rookie of the year. We're going to see what happens next year when people have film on him, but I like what I see from him. You feel me? All they got to do is surround him with more weapons, get him an offensive line. Commanders, whatever you got to do, get him an offensive line. Go out. You guys ain't paying nobody. Besides Terry McLaurin, who you guys paying? You traded Montez Sweat. You traded, what's his name? Was it Chase Young? Yeah, Chase Young. You traded him. Who else? Like, you have no one to pay. Literally no one to pay. Go get offensive line help. You got Austin Eckler in the backfield, which is a good addition. You got Terry McLaurin. Go get him some weapons, bro. And then offensive coordinator wise, I don't know what's gonna happen there. but we'll see what happens. But at the same time, go get him some offensive line help. Literally, don't let him get injured. I know he had some bad ribs earlier this year. Listen, bro, don't RG3 him. Now, granted, he's way more smart than RG3. RG3 thought he was something that he wasn't. And Dan Quinn's not going to let his guys go out there and die, let his quarterback go out there and die like RG3. But I can see something with the Commanders. I mean, obviously, this is this is, me making a prediction. You feel me? So, I mean, and looking at the NFC, I mean, the Cowboys, they're not going anywhere with Dak. And then once they get Mike McCarthy out of there, they're just going to hire someone else who submits to Jerry like a housewife. Eagles, Philly, listen, look, y'all are good on paper, but you guys are good on paper, but you're a paper tiger. Nick Sirianni sucks. You're most likely going to keep him if you guys make it to the second round. And the Giants, you're a dumpster fire who's going to draft Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers. So Washington, this might be a Lions thing where it's like Washington's been so bad. Now that they got the pieces, they have a foundation that they might be good for the next 5 to 6 years. We'll see, man. But, it is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? What's your thoughts? Do you think the Washington Commanders on the rise next year? Next year. We can sit here and say, because people probably had the Commanders at last. Like, if you were to ask everybody, they would probably have the Cowboys or Eagles 1 and 2, Giants 3, Washington 4. The simple fact that Washington second, it's a win. It's a win. It's a win in their book. You feel me? Is what it is. RJ out.